The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of Worldwide Digital Broadcasting Corporation.
Hot topics, food, fun, entertainment, and serious business. Live Las Vegas with Rikki Cheese.
Thank you for joining us on Live Las Vegas with Rikki Cheese. We are wrapping up 2017 with my present to you and my guest's present to you. If you guys are watching, when I say guys, I mean males. Now, you may think that this is not a show for you, but if you have a woman in your life, or you're planning to have a woman in your life, or somebody's coming out of the woodwork to accuse you of sexual harassment, so you had a woman in your life, this is, this is a show that is all about women and one of the most intimate connections that we have with our bodies, which is our undergarments, which is our bras. Our bras are just, it's the foundation of everything for those of us who wear bras, which is pretty much 90 to 95%, 75 to 90% of all American women wear bras. And the fitting of bras is critical. So we're going to talk all around the world today about bras, lingerie, fashion when it comes to bra, but the most important thing that we're going to talk about is fit, because most women out there, myself included, are not wearing bras that fit. Now, how I met Brandy Ornelas of For Real Intimates and her daughter-in-law, Carrie Ornelas, was I was driving down Durango and I see this, the marquee of, you know, they have all the stores there, and it said Kcups. And I thought, Kcups? What does a Kcup look like? And I actually went into the store and met these two ladies, yes. And they showed me a Kcup. And so as they're talking about fit, I said, well, I'm a double D. And they said, no, you're not. You're something else. But I thought all this time that these were double Ds. So I actually wore something form-fitting so you can see that these are not double Ds. What are these?
I think we measured you.
I think it was like an E or an F.
E or an F,
right?
Correct.
Yeah. So I thought, well, So I've been just like sort of kind of getting by. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how much time women do we spend doing this and this and
tugging,
this,
pulling,
and tugging, because we're wearing bras that, you know, pulling up, pulling this, you know, adjusting the girls because we're wearing bras that don't fit. But Brandy, first tell me, how did you get started in the bra business?
Well, the bra business kind of came organically. The way we started is initially my daughter was a dancer, and she felt that there was an opportunity to sell dance wear to the dancers, pretty much cash-based business. And so I started doing a lot of research into it, that kind of thing, and then found that a lot of the dancers, because they are cash-based, today they have money, tomorrow they don't. So my daughter included. So I thought maybe that's not a direction I want to go in, but as I started doing research and going to shows, I was very interested in it. I found that, you know, most of the garments in general are not necessarily a want but a need. So then Carrie comes into my life by getting marries my son, and her and I get to talking, and she is a little plus size, I'm plus size, and we realize there's nothing out there for us. So we started out as a lingerie store 7 years ago. And then as we started selling more and more lingerie for fuller figured ladies, they started asking us for bras because they couldn't find any. So we brought in a manufacturer called Goddess, and that kind of started the road. They required us to go take fitting classes.
Wow.
And then once we started doing that, we realized, we're in the wrong size bra too. So once we started doing that and becoming comfortable, then it just kind of organically grown. So we're more of a bra store that sells lingerie than a lingerie store, and that's okay.
Yeah.
So we enjoy what we do. It helps a lot of ladies, and we're just happy to be here.
Right?
And you guys are closed, and this is the beautiful thing, because I tape my show on Mondays, so they were able to come out because you guys were pretty busy when I was there, and I just popped in, and it was just like a steady stream of traffic of women coming out. And I wondered if is it word of mouth as women come in for a well-fitted bra that they go and they tell their sisters, sisters-in-law.
Yes.
Yeah, we get a lot more word of mouth. For us, if you think about it, most of the large, big stores only carry to a double D or a triple D.
Right.
So a lot of them will take you up in band to sell you a bra. And while it might fit while you're in the store, wear it for about a half an hour, and then you start the pulling up in the front, the pulling down in the back, shoulder straps are falling off or digging in. So a lot of ladies will come in and think they're like a 38 double D, but they wear a size 2 pants. So it's like,
Tiny itty bitty thing.
I explain to them, I am a size 16 pants, and I'm wearing a 36, 38. So unless you're wrapping it around you twice, I don't think it's right.
Right.
So then, once we put them in something that fits properly, it's kind of an aha moment.
Yeah.
So one thing about women, they tell their friends if they have a bad experience or a good experience.
Right.
So we really focus on making sure they have a good experience in store.
A lot of people, I get a kick out of this when they meet me in person for the first time. They'll say, "You're not fat." Well, because I have.
My gosh.
Right. That is. So, and one lady says, "We used to call you Chunky Cheese." Yes, people say the most amazing things to me. Well, I have a short torso, and so like something like this, I made them put the chairs up high just because you can see that there is some semblance of a waistline. There's not much, but it's there. But on the new sets, most of the new sets, they're up a little higher.
Yes, all you
so
see-
my boobs are always
sitting on the
counter.
So everybody, so I get out of the car and people will go. Even one of the new reporters I was working with at my last one, I got out of the car. We met at a store, and she goes, "Man, you're skinny." And it's like, well, I can't help it if this is all you ever saw. But that's what I loved when I walked into for you guys, is because I'd always heard over the years that the importance of a bra is finding somebody to fit it. But I will admit, I was too shy, embarrassed. I didn't want to go into any of the big box stores, and
Right.
I don't know, they just felt like kind of cold. And my one experience was like this little old senior citizen lady, and she was, I just felt like it felt kind of creepy. And so once I decided I decided I was a double D, I never went back. But what I love about your store is it's bright and it's airy and it's not creepy. It's like
Right.
it's far from it. And you walk in there, and I was just floored, and we're going to get into that, just the array of not just the sizes, but how beautiful your bras are, how beautiful they are, and the acknowledgement now that women in America are larger. So let's talk about that too, is that finally over the last decade, the fashion industry has finally accepted that American women are larger.
Right.
And now that is also coming down. Like, when did you start seeing? You guys have been in business for 7 years.
7 years.
So,
7 years.
but did you see it right away when you started your business, that you had an array of things?
Yeah, pretty
yeah,
quickly.
no.
So, I mean, you think we started with lingerie, a lot of it's small, medium, large type of thing. A small's typically a 6 to 8, a medium's an 8 to 10, large is a 12, possibly 14. So, when you initially buy lingerie, most of it is in prepacks. So you don't get to pick your sizes. And we found that the smalls were hanging there for a long time. Medium and larges were gone very quickly.
Right.
So we kind of saw a lot of that. Typically, you talk about the American size of American women. I think they say the average size now is like a size 12.
Right.
So, you go back 20, 30 years when it was an 8 or a 10. I mean, we
you always hear that Marilyn Monroe was considered fat. And
Right.
she
She was
was
considered full figure.
She was full figure.
Right.
I mean, really, she'd be like a stick.
She
by
was like a
today's standards.
10, 12, I believe.
Right.
I mean, you even look at the plus size fashion industry. Those plus size models are size 10, 12. So they are the typical American woman.
Right.
Other countries, Germany is a good example. Their small is like our medium, so their women are larger. But you go to Asia, Japan, our small is like their large.
Right.
So I mean, that ethnic thing kind of equates across the water, we'll say.
Right.
So it really matters.
Right. And Carrie, among your age group, because you're not even 30 yet, you're 27,
No,
right?
yes.
Your girlfriends. I mean, what's the average size?
I want to say probably about a size 12 to a size 16.
Uh-huh.
I meant there's one couple that will maybe be a little bit smaller than that, but all of them are anywhere bigger from about a size 12.
Right.
And they're all, they're getting larger and everything's changing even from when we were younger. We had a lot of small girls, but now things have changed over years, we'll say, and people are changing.
Right. And we're not going to get into, because this is not a show about health or nutrition or anything like that. Brandy, even, I think when I emailed her this morning the confirmation, I said in health and fitness, she goes, no. We're going to talk about fit.
Yeah, we're not fitness.
We're not talking about fitness and what you need to do to take care of it. What we're talking about is, and what I love about your shop is, whatever size you are today, acknowledging that this is your size, and you can look pretty, and you can find lingerie, and you can find bras that enhance the figure that you are today, and you can feel good about yourself today. We're not trying to, I had 2 bags of potato chips already today. We're going to worry about that week after next.
And I think that's really the key, is knowing what a bra should feel like versus what they really feel like.
Right.
So I think once you get into a bra that you find yourself not tugging at, not pulling at, you lift them up where most ladies want them lifted. You get into your 40s and 50s, have a couple of kids. That's what you're looking for.
Right.
And you realize that it's all about the bra.
Right.
All about the bra.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the history of bras, because when I was doing my research for this show, I recognized that actually back in the day, corsets were the first push-up bras. There were no straps on bras then. It was all this cinched in and pushed
shove
out
at the top.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, even go back to when the first bra was invented, which it was back in the 20s, and it was ribbons and napkin, followed by what Ida Rosenthal and her partner did, coming up with the cup situation. An A was considered youthful, a B was average, a C was large, and a D was heavy. That's how they classified them. So it's like, okay, you
so
start
talk about body shaming even back in the day.
Right. So I mean, think about it. The flapper era was all about squishing them to your chest and hiding them, making you look boyish. Which
I read that the Romans did not like big breasts. They wanted all their women to be
bind them.
Yeah. Or even in early China, they bound the women's feet.
Yes.
And they also bound their chest.
Yeah, and the smaller the feet, the more royalty you were.
Oh, it's just amazing how the history of women's undergarments has really been about, I don't know if it's so much of control, but really men kind of dictating to women what is fashionable, what we should look like.
Right.
And so I think that's what's so freeing now about what you guys are doing in the garment industry now, is now women have a saying, you know what? I got big ones and I've got a big butt and I'm good with that. And I've got muffin top. I'm going to tell you, all the Cheese family members have muffin tops. we're all good with that. It took, and I always tell people when they say to me, it's like, oh, you're not that fat. I've been working on these since middle school. Like, this is a lot of work. This is like a lot of McDonald's and macaroni and cheese, spaghetti and meatballs,
no
pinto
kidding,
beans and rice. I didn't have to pay for these. These are all good. Let's talk about the stigma too, because you have experienced the health aspect of breasts.
So I started growing not quite as a young age. My sister's a year younger than me, developed before I did. So when I was 15, 16 years old, I was like an AB cup, and my sister was bigger. So a little embarrassing. And we were living at Texas at the time, in San Antonio. And my mom made a comment about everything grows big in Texas. And they started growing, and they never stopped. So when I was 17, my mom took me to have a reduction because I was involved in dance and jazz, tap, that kind of thing, and they were in my way. At the time, I was probably wearing a 38D. Little did I know then that God had different plans for me. So they kept growing. So by the time I was in my 20s,
you had the reduction. And
I had the reduction when I was in my 30s.
Okay.
So, and I tell everybody the same story. I am 50 pounds heavier now than when I had the surgery, but I got 5 pounds cut off my chest.
Right.
Today, I'm a 36, 38 double F. So at the time that I had the surgery, I was wearing a 38F because it's the biggest thing I could find.
Right.
I had a bad experience at one of those big stores. Like you said, the woman was a little older, walked into the room. I was 21 years old, stuck her hand in the bra, grabbed, reached everything. I walked out of there feeling I'd been molested.
Yes,
never going back.
yes.
Never going back.
Yes.
So
It's like a stranger is feeling you up, even though it's another woman. It's like, really?
She didn't ask nothing. It was like, and it was a very much an I'm not doing this ever again. So I got used to that uncomfortable. My husband said I used to stick my hands in between and wipe away the sweat, so they were all everywhere.
How many women out there can say, right?
You know, and I referred to them as my 42 longs because they sat at my elbows. Right. So, you know, we look back at pictures. I was probably a J, double J cup and didn't know it. Didn't know anything else exists. And here in Las Vegas, there really hasn't been anything.
Right.
I mean, Nordstrom's has been the biggest purveyor of cup sizes over a double D.
Right.
But even they don't have anything over about an H cup anymore.
Right.
So when
you can't go online because you really have to try the bra on.
And every bra fits different. We
Right.
tell our customers that. So, you know, I had the reduction, got 5 pounds cut off my chest, and her and I are shopping for shirts.
Yes.
I hate shopping, and I'm wearing a 40D.
I love
right?
shopping.
Right.
And,
I love it.
Right.
And she's
I'll
got
tag
this,
along with you, right?
she tries everything on, and then if I like it, I go, okay, maybe I'll try that on.
Right.
So she comes out in the shirt, and it's got a really obnoxious print, my
Very
style,
Right.
and it was kind of a little low, and it had the under bust seam, and it was like, hey, that's cute. That looks like a shirt for me. I go and try it on, the seams are up here. So then we realize, something's wrong with this. So that was about the time we got into the bra fitting.
Right.
And it turns out even at that time, I was a 38 triple D.
Wow.
So, yeah, once I got the right bra, now the seam's down here where it's supposed to be. And then as I aged to hit menopause, like most ladies, your hormones kind of do what they want. And I started noticing my bras were uncomfortable. It's like my weight hasn't changed any in 10 years. What's the deal?
Right.
So I make her size me because, you know, I'm my own worst enemy.
Her input on it.
Yeah.
Right.
And turns out I went up 2 cup sizes.
Wow.
So I know it can change.
Right.
I have experienced it. I have arthritis in my spine and my neck from wearing a bad bra.
Right.
So I think that's what makes it so much more important to us.
Yeah.
We don't sell a bra to everybody who walks in the store.
No.
Right.
I mean, that's the key. We don't. If you come in and you're a 36D, here's what I have.
Right.
You can buy a $15, $20 bra anywhere.
Right.
But you know what? If you're a 36 double H, you're not going to find that anywhere.
Right.
So we try to offer options. I mean, most stores, black, white, or nude.
Yeah.
We go totally opposite.
That's when I walked.
Opposite.
When I walked in, it was. I can't. You can go online and you can see some stuff, but you really have to go to the store itself.
Right.
You walk in, and it was just like the skies parted and the angels started singing for me, because that was like, yeah, it's like I've been wearing a black bra forever because I could not find a really pretty bra in my size that was, you know, that would fit well. So I gave up on that. Years ago. I think probably in high school I gave up on finding, you know, something that would be really, really pretty. And so I never even did any research. And honestly, if I hadn't seen Kcup that day, because it was the reporter in me kind of going, I must see a Kcup.
I remember when you walked in. I was like, hang on, I recognize that voice.
Like, can you show me the Kcup, please? And the other thing that you talked about too, and I thought that this was really unfortunate. Sometimes when we are in the media, when we walk into stores, these days people are a little paranoid. I'm not saying that they were paranoid, but because so often some of my colleagues will walk into stores under false pretenses, and they'll do research and then write a story that's negative. Right. And so you guys wanted to make sure that I wasn't coming in to ridicule you. And I thought, how would I come in to ridicule you?
Believe it or not,
I happen to know a woman who would be able, who should have a Kcup, and she just doesn't wear a bra because she just, and so her, her boobs are like, they're just hanging and swinging, and I know it's
she's uncomfortable.
She's very uncomfortable.
She's very uncomfortable. It's like, I'm uncomfortable in this little puppy that I got on right now. I got to come out for my fitting. But it's just knowing that. That's why I wanted to get the word out about your shop. Knowing what's available, that's the hard thing, and it's because you have such a niche. It's just, I just don't think that women, I didn't know.
Most people don't.
Yeah, that you guys had just such beautiful stuff. So we're going to show some of that stuff. We're going to take a really quick break. We're going to be right back, and we're going to just show you the range of gorgeous items that they have.
Crazy Terry here with your car care tip of the day. Today's tip's about tire maintenance, how to check a tire, how to fill it properly. Okay, so as we can see, we've got a low tire. We probably saw that a month ago and said we'll fill it, but like everything, we let a day go by. Next thing you know, we got a problem. Properly check a tire, remove the valve cover, got a tire gauge, simply put it on there, and it'll read the pressure down at the bottom in PSI, pounds per square inch. We can see here that this is so low, it's barely reading. It's probably 10 pounds in it at best. So how do we properly inflate it? Well, we're going to need an air chuck. Go down to the local store or come by the shop. We'll use this tool to inflate it. And that sounds like that's all we need to do. But we need to know how much to inflate it to, because overinflated is just as bad as underinflated. We can look at the tire, and on here we're going to find a cold pressure rating rated in PSI. And it's going to say anywhere from 32 to 80 pounds depending on the vehicle. We'll want to find that so we know the maximum inflation cold. We're going to look until we find the load rating. And here we find the maximum PSI is 44 PSI, pounds per square inch cold. We don't want to fill it any more than that, but we don't want to underfill it either. We want to fill it to 44. So it seems like checking the air pressure is no big deal. It's not. It's really simple to do, but we want to make sure we got the correct pressure. How do we find that? Let me show you. We open the door and we locate the sticker. It's usually right here. It could be down on the lower rocker, but it's on the driver's side. And after we look around, we'll see right here it says 35 PSI. That's the pressure that the tire requires that was sold with the vehicle. But if you change the tires later to a high-performance tire, mud and snow or anything else, look at the cold pressure on the side of the tire to make sure you're properly inflated. This could be 35 today, but we get a performance tire, it's 44, 45, or even higher. We'll want to make sure we're inflating the tire properly. A couple of things you're going to need if you're checking your own tires: tire gauge and a rag, because you are going to get a little dirty. If you don't want to do that, I don't blame you. Bring it to the shop, we'll check it for you. We'll do a whole inspection on the vehicle if you like. We'll check the tires, make sure you're safe. This can save you a lot of time and keep you safe. Crazy Terry here with your car care tip of the day. Thanks a lot.
This is just a small, like a microcosm of the color explosion that I saw when I walked into for Real Intimates. It's just like, I was like walking up and down kind of going, oh my gosh, this stuff is so pretty. Okay, this is what I went in for. This, you folks, is the Kcup. And honestly, I think for my girlfriend, this is actually kind of small. Before we get any further and holding up the bras individually, what is the significance between the size of the cup and the size of the band?
So the band is 80% of every bra.
Okay.
So what you have to have in the band, you need a snug fit.
Right.
So this is 80% of the bra.
Okay.
Okay. So then you get 10% from the straps and 10% from the cup construction.
Okay.
So this, I believe, might be a 36 or a 34K.
Okay.
So as the band gets bigger, the cups get wider, and a minute difference in the actual depth of the cup.
Right.
So they get a little bit bigger, but not much. So that's kind of what you have to look at, is that 80% is the band, and then you kind of move forward from there. For every 1 inch difference between your band and the fullest part of your breast is a cup.
Okay.
So a Kcup is a UK version. In the US, it's also called an O. So a lot of ladies might understand that. It's 15-inch difference between the band and the fullest part of the cup.
What's the most important when you come to fitting your bra? What is the most important component?
The band.
The band?
The band. The band holds everything. I mean, we hear comments from people, oh, it's too snug. Well, you think about what you're holding, because an average double D breast weighs 4 pounds each. So you're packing 8 pounds on your chest if you wear like a size 10, 12. So you're packing 8 pounds on your chest. Change your center of gravity on where that bra sits. And what will happen is you'll start having shoulder pain, headaches, pain in between your shoulder blades in the back. All of that is from the weight of your breasts. Lift them up to where they need to be by that band being snug. You only want to pull about 2 fingers away. It'll take care of all of it.
Wow. Well, and how all the ladies who are out there and the guys who, you see this too, when your woman takes her clothes off and takes her bra off, and I'm not going to show you here and embarrass myself, but I'm always amazed how you can tell at the end of the day, for all the, you know, arranging and all the stuff and the pulling that I've done and, you know, whatever, the dead giveaway is that track that you get in your shoulders.
So
from the strap,
Yep.
digging in, holding everything up all day long.
And what that is from, you said it exactly, holding it up. So when the band is too loose, the back rides up, the front pulls down. Now your wire slides off of your chest wall and into your abdomen. We've seen ladies get heartburn if they sit a lot from the wire digging in. But then the strap's doing all the work, so it starts digging in here, and that's what causes that. From the band being too big. Your band's too big.
Band's too big. Okay, and then the band plays on. So this is, I mean, just these gorgeous, I mean, the colors are just so neat. Now, what are we looking at here?
So this is a plunge. So this is actually a full figured plunge.
And you know what I love about this too, because the last bras that I bought, you know, the ones that you can buy now, they're so high, so you really can't find a lot of bras for big breasted women that don't have the thing is all the way up here. So
like this,
like, you know, it's like, and so this one doesn't fit. I'll out myself. But it's the only one I could find that would allow me to have a plunging neckline without being able to see the bra up here. Yeah.
And you can pretty much see on this bra how much shorter it is in the middle. And then, compared to, so this is a full coverage cup.
You said this is one of your most popular bras.
This style is one of our most popular styles in the store. So we usually stock it in some solid colors, no black. You want black, you have to order it. So, you know, you think about it, black is great for wearing under dark colors, but you can wear any color under dark colors. So 90% of our clients look at things like this and go, I'd rather have the color. Because you're so used to only being able to find black, white, or nude. So you can see this is full coverage. The wire is deeper through here. It's got a wider wing under the arms.
Oh, wow.
So it's designed for, and this is a series eyewear. So because of my reduction, I have a scar that runs under my arms. If I do a different brand that's not full figured, then I get this rollover.
And that would
I am not comfortable. So something like this. So this one, it's the same size. So these are all the same size. So this is not.
The construction looks entirely different.
So this is a different manufacturer. So it's a little lower in the front. Okay, and it's a lot less fabric under the arms. So it would be for someone who's a little leaner, maybe, or maybe someone your size, because you don't need something really high. I mean, you mentioned you're short-waisted. Well, you don't want a high-fitting bra because it's going to dig into your armpits. So we try to educate everyone who walks through the door. So most of them come in wanting a molded cup. And a molded cup is great.
Now, what is a molded cup?
So we brought some molded cups.
We've got some molded cups.
So a molded cup is what most ladies refer to as a t-shirt bra.
All right.
So a t-shirt bra has kind of a couple of different components. So this is a molded cup. This is a hard mold. So this bra is...
See, to me, this is like, isn't this like basically the modern version of a padded bra?
Yeah, this is a t-shirt bra.
Right, okay. They're calling it a t-shirt bra, but
they're calling it t-shirt bra.
Padded bra.
Yeah. So what happens is...
Let's date ourselves here.
Is that someone like me who's over 50, they make it in my size. But I wear it for about 20 minutes, and everything sinks to the bottom of the bra. And then you see this bra and this big gap. So not pretty.
But why does it sink down?
Because I'm not firm, full, or fake. So that's what a hard molded bra is designed for. Okay. Firm, full, or fake. So the one on this mannequin is softer.
All right.
So it's not as firm as this one. So it's a molded t-shirt bra as well. And it goes up to an H cup. So it's designed to give you the t-shirt look without being so hard, so it lays flat on your chest.
And then you have also the option of, you've got the deep plunge in these bras too, so you can wear, like all of us here, we've got, you know, like a little bit of, you know, low cut action.
Funny thing about it is I have the full coverage bra on.
Ah, you're cheating. See,
that's the only bra I wear.
Store, right?
It's the only bra I wear. So, I mean, I tell people it's the only bra I wear. I'm comfortable. That's exactly it.
So when women come in and they see, and that was the thing that was so overwhelming to me when I came in that day, was to realize that even within the size of the bra, like you say, if you think you're a double D, you're an E or an F, and I'm an E or an F, the construction of the bra, regardless of the size of, or what size you think you're wearing, makes a big difference, and that's why you've got to actually come in and put that puppy on.
Right.
Well, you think about it. We've got a lot of product here. These are all the same exact size. They're all the same. So this bra, all of these 4-5 pieces are all the same exact size, but they're constructed differently. So,
but see, this is so sheer. I would think that this wouldn't have any sort of support at all.
No, that bra is awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Faux
push-up. So a lot of ladies, I want a push-up bra. No, you don't need a push-up bra. We just need to get them where they're supposed to be. So all the inside of the bra, you'll notice seams.
Right.
Okay, all of them mean something. So in this particular case, what you've got is you've got one across the bottom that does one thing, lift.
Right.
So then it's so then it's cut straight across. So what it does is it just pushes them up and makes you look very round.
Wow.
Mr. Everyday has more seams than that. So you see 2 on the bottom that provide lift, 1 on the side that's designed to shove everything forward, and then the top just to help it lay flat.
Wow.
So they all mean something.
Right.
So most ladies, I want a t-shirt bra, I want a t-shirt bra. Well, this is the only bra I wear.
Right.
So this series, very, very rarely do you see my seams. And I've gotten the point now, I don't care. I'm wearing a bra. Trust me, if I don't wear one, you'll be happy you can see my seams.
Well, and that's a big thing too now. It's like I had to kind of get over myself, because professional women, you know, especially in the work environment that we're kind of in right now, there's nothing worse than when you're in the office and you get cold and your nipples start showing, and it's sort of like kind of a distraction. And so to find a bra that I think a lot of women sort of tend to go to, and I did for a while, the molded bra,
cup.
Molded cup is a way of getting around that. Yeah.
And there's a place for those bras, and there's other things that you can do for concealing your nipples. But it really, you know, like I said, the band is the most important thing, and we try to share with people, you're going to have to learn what can you live with or live without.
Right.
Because if you're more interested in that mold more than anything else, I'm not going to talk you out of it.
Right.
We've told people, I'm not going to sell you a bra. Because I don't want my name associated with how bad that bra fits you.
Right.
So we've really gotten to the point that that's really, really important to us.
Yeah, that's a very personal approach too.
Very.
What do you see when you with the age range, Carrie, of people coming in?
Our average age range, I would say probably anywhere from 30 to 40. And then we get a lot of people in, oh, that's not my cup. I've been wearing this size forever, and our whole thing is, so you haven't grown at all since you were 18 years old, you know. And then you take in the having babies, aging, you know, not wearing the right size bra, it stretches out those ligaments. And once those ligaments are stretched out, there's really nothing you can do except for if you have surgery.
Right, right. And so you can correct it with a well-fitting bra.
Right.
Do you have a hard time how do women find you? Because not everybody's riding around going, ooh,
It's a Kcup. All of it has to do with that word of mouth. Is women talk. So when we're talking, a lot of the time, if you see people fidgeting all the time, my first thing is to start talking about what I do. I went to my husband's Christmas party recently, and I had about 8 girls surrounding me. What are we talking about? We're all talking about bras. And every single one of them, all different body shapes, and they're just talking about how they're just so in discomfort because nothing fits them. I'm like, well, come see me. We're always, every bra is going to fit different. Every person's body shape, let's say mine and hers body shape are very, very similar.
Right.
But we can't wear the same bras. I can wear this bra.
Right.
I can't wear this one.
This is so, and I just love they're so pretty and frilly and feminine, and it's like they're so not basic black.
Not basic. Not basic whatsoever.
Oh my gosh, you can be pretty whatever size you are. I just think that's
Right.
fantastic. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
And just making everybody feel pretty, and not that you have to be, you don't have to wear grandma's bra. I mean, even to the point when we're wearing something full coverage, it doesn't have to be basic.
Right.
It can be pretty. Same bra, neutral color.
It's the same exact bra, same size.
It's amazing.
So you can still
it's
have
amazing.
pretty.
Yeah. Well, and in your group, you're saying at the Christmas party, is there an assumption because somebody's skinny or somebody's when they find out that they might actually be wearing the same size?
I had 2 girls walk away from me. They're like, there's no way. I've been wearing this bra from big stores in the mall since I was 18. And so what I ended up doing is I let one of the girls look at my size on my bra because they thought I was a D cup. I was like, oh, I am way far from a D cup. And she looked at my bra. She's like, what is a G? I'm like, it is actual cup size. I'm a 36G. And like we're kind of showing the tops of our bras as like what she said is having that gap. Is there was a lady who was a little bit in her older age and she was wearing a hard mold like this.
Right.
And she looked to be about the cup size she was, saying she was, but she sank to the bottom because she wasn't that firm filled and she had no volume whatsoever in the top. And that you have to take into consideration as well is the type of breasts that you have. You have women that have breasts that sit very, very close in who need a plunge. You have women who sit very, very far apart. You have women who are short in their waist and can't wear a high wire. They need more of a plunge. You have all kinds of different types of body types. So you have to have something to be able to help everybody out.
Right. What I loved about this, and I hope moving forward we're going to have you guys back on, is to start the conversation. Because I think we're still in the midst of the body shaming. I think we're still kind of, I found myself, I've got 2 Akitas, as you all know, and I found myself realizing that, Akira is a beast. I mean, she outweighs Apollo by like 20 pounds. And one day I noticed I keep calling her big girl. And I thought, why am I body shaming my dog? It's like, I'm body shaming Akira. She's like a perfect size. She's the perfect size for a female.
I have found myself doing that with my dog.
Right. It's like, how did she get
she's gotten a little bit thicker. We have boxers and the same thing. And she's always been on the thinner side. I'm like, Jasmine, why are you getting so big? But it's thinking, it's back to everybody body shaming.
Yes.
We're trying to get out of that. No, everybody's beautiful, no matter their shape, their size, and you have to feel confident in yourself. And most of the time, a good bra will help you feel confident in raising everything up. You just approach the room better. Like, there's no more.
These are my babies.
Well, and don't be ashamed of them.
Right. Don't try to hide them.
You know what I mean? And that's the other thing, too. If you're in the right size bra, and some ladies may not want to hear this, but they're going to look smaller when you get them up.
See, I'm coming in for my fitting because I'm still not sold on that one, that they're going to be look smaller. Because to me right now,
what
it's
happens?
Like real estate spread all
over.
Yeah,
but what happens is when you lift them up, it elongates your torso. So you could see the natural curve of your waist a little different. We see it a lot. Right. So I mean, we do a thing where we don't allow people to buy more than one bra because we see things going on. And I think the wording I used to the girl the other day was, you can buy as many as you want, but just know this. Whatever you buy today is not going to fit you in 3 months. So are you going to be prepared to buy 3 new bras in 3 months? And she got really quiet. You know what? I'm going to listen to what you said. I'm going to buy the one. And then she came back 45 days later, and everything had shifted where we wanted, and she got another bra, and she goes, I'm glad I didn't do that.
Right.
So, you know, our job, yeah, we're a retail store, and, you know, ultimately it's to make money, but Carrie and I have morals.
Totally different.
So, like I said, we turn people away all the time.
Yeah.
And we size anybody and everybody.
Right.
You could be an A cup. Yeah, I got a bra. I got like 3 or 4 of them. I don't have a lot.
Right.
But some, you know, we're finding more and more ladies are wanting and willing to spend $50 on a bra to have it more than 30 days.
Yeah.
So, you know, as that's happened, our store has changed. I mean, you know, you go in, there's a whole wall and nothing but bras. You go into most boutiques and you got 3 or 4 up on the wall and they look so pretty. Display. Ours are all out.
Yeah.
So if you know what size you are, literally you can walk over there and go through whatever's there.
Yeah.
So we try to make it easy. We don't want to push anybody into anything.
Yes. And for me, just even before I really got my mind about getting you guys on the show, was the explosion of color, the array of how pretty and dainty and gorgeous and feminine. It was like, it was not basic black. You walk into any of the department stores, and I'm not knocking anybody, but you just see row after row after row of black and nude, and maybe you might see a couple of other things, but your options for pretty are just not there, you know?
And I think for us, pretty also has to be functional.
Right.
So when you're talking about
your functional, I mean, pretty for you guys is the secondary thing.
Right.
Functional is your first.
Yeah. So functional is our first thing. So I mean, the most expensive bra we have in the store is less than $80.
Wow.
So that is good and bad. There's other brands out there that make quality product. Problem is, most of them don't go up big enough in cup. So why do I need to bring in an $80 bra that stops at a G cup when my average customer is a cup size bigger?
Right.
So it doesn't make sense in regards to that. But
well, and also, just like me, when you guys looked at me and said, baby, you are not a double D.
No, you're not. You're not a double D.
And a little bit of me felt like kind of embarrassed. She's like, ooh, they're bigger than a double D. Do you find sometimes women sort of kind of shy away going, oh, I'm bigger than I thought I was?
Yeah, we get a lot of that.
Yeah.
So the problem is that right now Beyonce has a song out that says he's looking at my double Ds, but everybody thinks that double D is
like
huge.
Massive, right?
It's massive. So here, let me see this bra. So I'm going to show you these, both of those. Is this really crazy? Okay. This looks pretty big, right?
Right.
This is a 36D.
Right.
This is a 28D.
They're both D cups.
They're both D cups.
They look entirely different.
Right.
You should take into consideration your band.
So this is a 28, so it's a smaller.
Right.
So it's smaller around. The D has to do with the depth of the cup. So what happens is as the bands get bigger, the cups get wider. So you look at this and go, oh, I'm a 38 double D, I'm huge. No, you're probably more of a 30 double G. And they won't look as huge. Your back will thank you. I mean,
your
really,
shoulders won't look like they've been just like,
ripped apart.
So you have to get past that thinking that a D is large,
right?
Because it's not.
It's really not.
Yeah.
It's really not. It's a handful.
It's a handful.
That's it.
And that's from top to bottom to side, like everything. Handful.
Right. Yeah. So
it's okay. It's okay.
I feel better now. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to talk about some of the things that are happening in terms of just what's considered plus size these days, and the actual reality of what plus size really is. We'll be right back.
Retrospecs is a purveyor, if you will, of historical eyewear. Retrospecs is located on the second floor, right across from the chandelier bar. So when you look at our store from the outside, it looks like there isn't much going on in here. And then you open the drawers. We actually carry authentic pieces from the late 1890s to the 1990s. We have almost 3,000 pieces in here. It's like a treasure trove reveal. We do have a collection of new glasses that we have reproduced ourselves. It's called the Cuthbert and Chen collection. The safe is our jewel. It's our baby. We love it. It's from 1903. It weighs as much as a car. It's solid steel. We use the safe to hold our most precious pieces, our museum collection, if you will. People come in to find glasses that are not something they're going to find everywhere else, not something all their friends are wearing, and something that they can tell that story. We sell stories as much as we sell glasses. We have pieces that we can associate with very famous people from history, movies, special events that happened in the past. And some of the favorites are the Ray-Ban shooter that Johnny Depp wore in Fear and Loathing of Las Vegas, the beautiful frame France Parisian plastic aviator worn by Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon. Retrospects is not just about glasses, it's about the experience, it's about how these glasses make you feel. We are a full-service optical shop, somewhere where guests can come to get repairs, restoration, can put their prescription in, can get them a quick pair of sunglasses for the pool, and can give them a really great, just fun experience.
Really, first of all, we got to get this out of the way. They do gift certificates, and the holidays, okay, so are right upon us. You can rush over there right now, and this is a great gift because not just bras. I'm concentrating on the bras because that's my obsession, but they also do lingerie and swimwear.
Bra size swimwear.
Right.
So think about that too. We started carrying the swim about 2 years ago, and most of it, a lot of it is available up to the same cup size.
Right.
So when you're a busty gal who's been buying your swimsuits 2 and 3 sizes too big to be able to get the top to fit, this is the place for you.
Right, yeah.
So
talking about swimsuits, the model on the, I was so glad to see this, the woman who was called a plus size model who appeared on the Sports Illustrated swimsuit. She was the first woman plus size model, but you're saying she's really not plus size per se.
No.
Okay.
So
what's the reality?
Plus size, and as far as the modeling industry, is a size 10, 12 pants.
Right.
Those girls have to be over 5'9". The person you're referring to, which we have a picture of her on our wall, she modeled for one of the bra manufacturers we represent, is wearing a 34G, but she doesn't promote that on her website. Okay? That's okay.
Right.
We know what she really is.
Right.
So when you think about that, and the average American woman being a size 12, 14, that plus size model isn't even average.
Right, right.
So
she's like skinny when you
yes,
get down to it.
She really is.
Yeah.
She really is. But I don't know if it's the camera adds 10 pounds or what it is. But
I think that there's still a little bit of, even as the fashion industry is making some leaps and some acknowledgement of some changes, that the average American woman, like I call Akira, is a big girl. And I found, we had a show, it's been a while, where we had this discussion. I said, well, you little girls. And the little girls got mad at me. It's like, well, you're body shaming us because we're little girls. Like, oh my gosh. It's like, and this is the conversation that we as women are having amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
And ever since I met you guys, I'm notorious now for sitting, especially at 7-Eleven, watching women going, your bra doesn't fit. I know your bra doesn't fit, you know, but you can't walk up to a woman, just like if I hadn't wanted to walk into your store, if you had walked up to me and said, just as a stranger, Rikki, your bra doesn't fit, I would have like, psst, don't be telling me my bra. Who are you? Right?
Yeah, it's like because I'm commenting on the way you look, but see, I see things differently than you see.
Sure.
So, I mean, we offer bras starting at a 28-inch band all the way up to a 56.
Right.
So
from
there's
A to a K.
An A to a K cup. Now, it doesn't mean that every bra cup size available in every band, but it gets down to that, what can you live with, what can you live without, and the whole goal is basically to be properly fitted so your back and doesn't hurt anymore.
So you're comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, is it maybe just a matter of getting away from the conversation of cup size in general? Because I know for me it was like once when you guys said I was an EF, I thought EF. what does that mean? I just felt like automatically I just became massive bra.
Right.
Right.
But EF really didn't mean anything when you came
Correct.
down to comfort of the bra.
Correct.
Like right now, my band is cutting into my
Your
torso.
ribcage, right.
Right.
You know, so
Because your band is too
Because
big
my
and your
band-
cup is too small.
Exactly. So it's like, well, does it really matter when I get down to the cup size? Now I
Some
understand
ladies-
the band is important.
Right.
Right.
Some ladies don't even care to know their cup size.
Right.
We have a couple ladies who come in. I don't even care what my cup size. Just bring me, because we keep their size on our system.
Right.
So just bring me my size, and there you go.
Right.
Because they don't
Yeah.
even care. Because once you get into those, when you're looking at the UK versus the US sizing, you look at those double G's. There's like double G's. Like people think those are humongous when really that's an average customer for us.
Right.
Those are people walking in wearing double D's.
And there was a comment made by, there's a nail salon next door to us, and one of the ladies said, she sent one of her customers in to us and said, yeah, you'll walk in a D and walk out a G. Their bras are different. No, they're not different.
not.
We have D's.
Right.
We just choose to put you in the right size. Our job is not to sell you a bra. Our job is to put you in the right size first.
Because you haven't been in business that long, but you've been building. I would assume that you built up a very loyal clientele because your niche market is so dedicated.
Right.
What do women tell you over time as they're bringing their friends, their girlfriends in, going, "This is the place you need to go"?
That's pretty much
pretty much
exactly
what
what
they
they're saying.
say.
So
They say they're happy that they would not even imagine going somewhere else. We have ladies who travel from Kcup,
Right.
from Arizona,
Utah, St. George, come to us
to
for
come
bras.
Right. Did you guys see that show? It was on a couple of years ago, maybe longer. There was, I think it was in Texas, where the woman actually, you know what I'm talking
Double
about?
Divas.
Double Divas.
Yes. And she actually constructed bras for women. And I remember watching this one show because this woman, she was huge. She had never been able to find a bra, and she constructed a bra for this woman. And she just broke out into tears because she had no idea what it was like to have
wear
anything
that fits.
close to
Yep.
fitting.
Right.
Yeah.
And we get that. Unfortunately for her and I, we cry too.
Yeah.
So it's a good feeling. It really is when someone comes in and they're that uncomfortable and they walk out and they're crying, and party. It really makes your heart warm. And I think that's the reason why we do what we do. There's a lot of other places that sell the same products, even some of the same brands. And I think their whole job is to sell. We're not. And it's taken, I think, us a little longer to get off the ground. But I look at myself in the mirror and I want to get up in the morning and feel good. And Carrie and I are both the same way. We want to feel good about what we do. And we had to come to the fact that we can't help everybody because some people just don't want to be helped.
Right.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
It was hard for me. I'll tell you straight off
hard.
the gate. That was really
Very
hard.
hard.
But it's important to know that you help those that want to be helped, and those that don't. Like you said, you were at a Christmas party. She had 3 or 4 girls around. All of them are wearing the same cup size.
Yeah, they were all wearing D's. There was one lady probably about your size. There was a lady who was a 2. There was a lady who was about a size 16, and then there was a lady who she was maybe about a size 20. And we're all talking. Now, the lady who was in the size 20, she was wearing a 42D. And all of the rest were wearing a size 36D. I'm like, so you're telling me that you and you are someone in the same band size, same jean size? They're like, no, I'm a size 2 jeans. On my good days, I'm a size 1. Like, okay, you're probably maybe about a size 6, 8. She's like, yeah, I'm about there. So why are you two wearing the exact same band? And you are way bustier than her. She's like, well, that's because I'm a smaller band. I'm like, but you just said you're wearing a 36. She's like, what? I was like, right, you're a lot smaller. So why are you wearing? And she told me that she puts it on the tightest hook because she can never find anything to fit her cup. Just because the cup gets deeper, the cup is meant to get deeper, not wider. And she's like, yeah, they're always up underneath my armpits.
Yes.
I'm like, right, because you need a deeper cup to bring them forward. And like they were trying to grasp like what I was saying. They're like, "How do you know all of this? We have to take classes for it."
Yeah.
And
then
we didn't know it either before
and
we
life
started.
experiences.
Right, life experience.
Yeah.
It's really about life experience.
Yeah, so I mean, because you've worn your product, you've
All the time.
lived it.
Yeah,
See,
exactly.
That's the benefit of like being able to like stay in the shop. Like I can try it on and see if that's going to work for me or not.
Exactly.
I try on all of our products.
Yeah, she's the guinea
I'm the
pig.
guinea pig.
Yeah.
We're testing
Try
new
'em all.
product right now. They send her 4 samples. You wear them. I'm not. I'm too old. I like what I like. I don't want anything else. Sorry.
Oh,
just
see,
so
now,
that happens.
but now you're the perfect example of your body is still changing and you're sticking to the same bra.
Uh-huh. But I have to go up and cup.
has to go up and
I
cup.
still had to go up and cup and down and
Same
band.
style.
It was like, but it's the same style.
Sure.
So I mean, I'm comfortable with it. I'm not real big on color. That's okay. I have a red bra, the first one I ever owned in my entire life. And my husband of 30 years goes, "What is that?" So it's like, just because I got a red bra means I got a boyfriend?
Right.
I don't know.
Maybe.
They say when you start changing up your colors and stuff, whoa, be
No
careful.
kidding.
Well, For Real Intimates is off of Durango and Farm, just tucked in the corner. Really quickly, how can they find you? And look for the sign. The thing on the sign says Kcup, so if you see Kcups, you're close.
Right.
Yeah, we're in the Albertson Shopping Center in the corner of Farm and Durango. Pretty easy to get to. US 95 northbound, like you're going towards Mount Charleston. Get off on Durango. You can't miss the Albertsons. It's pretty big.
Right.
We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. Last bra fitting is at 6:30. We tell ladies, showered, come on in. We'll do what we can.
Yeah, it's amazing. Thank you guys for being on.
Thank you
the
so
show.
much,
I've been
Rikki.
looking forward to it for a long time. We're going to have you back on because I just think that this is a conversation to get started, and then we'll move into the new year and let people know that this, we have options, and we
do have
and
options.
they're pretty. But the thing is, it's a healthy option when it comes to fit.
Correct.
The correct fit makes all the difference
It does.
in the world. So happy 2018!
18!
Woohoo! We'll see you right back here on Live Las Vegas with Rikki Cheese.